Okay. There we go. Alright guys, trying to record this on two different things right now so I can see if I can actually record it on the Zoom chat and also on my own personal. Although this thing, here, this one looks good, but this one needs to move that way. And I think that's better. Okay, welcome to the show. It's all happening over here. I had my hair in a braid last night, so this is going on. I don't get mermaid waves, I just get like a rat nest. Isn't that great? Cheers, I have some coffee. I'm trying to keep it down because my sister's also sleeping still, so I don't want to wake her up, and her bedroom is that way. So last night I did a little fun thing. I set out all of my crystals. Oh, they're attached. I wanted to show them to you, but that was a big fail. What happened here? This is a really nice one. I'll just wear this one right now. So I don't know if any of you are into crystals or energy, but the energy of your crystals kind of depletes because what it's doing is it's working for you. It's working for you for so long that you need to like replenish it and cleanse it. So there's a couple ways you can do that, and the easiest one is to put it out under a full moon. There wasn't a full moon last night, but there was tons of energy. There was this Geminiic star storm, so there was like tons of like shooting stars, and I thought, what great energy, let's see what I can pull from that. So I put all my crystals out. This is one I made. Some of you know me, know that I used to make jewelry. I used to have a Etsy shop. Who knows, maybe I'll reopen that someday, but it just got to be too much. It was a lot, all the orders and things, but I have all my crystals here. So this is kind of actually going hand in hand with what I'm going to talk about today, because we're going to talk about, first of all, it's going to be week 5. Week 5, that means you guys are halfway done with this program. Can you even believe that? Like, congratulations. Congratulations. If you followed along this far, you did it. And even if you're not like completely caught up, man, look how far you've come from where you started. Like, that's an incredible feat. Cheers to you guys. I want to share with you really quickly some results I had. So you all know my eating journey has been horrifying. So I decided, I came home and I was like, first of all, sick. And I was like, I need to freaking kick this cold, which I still have like a little bit of phlegm going on, but I feel great compared to what I was feeling. And what I realized is this: when you're stressed out and you have a lot of stress going on in your life, the first thing, I don't know about you guys, the first thing that I turn to is good old food, good old, tried and true donut or something sugary or something fried, that comfort food. That's like the first thing I turn to. But it's the first thing that's going to make it worse. And here's why: because when you're already stressed, your body has all these things going on. It has all of these like chemicals happening, and it's trying to fight off the shit that you're telling it. And then you put crap into it, and it's like, it's a shitstorm in there. So no wonder I got sick. So I got to take care of my body more, like when I'm feeling stressed, I got to be like, okay, I know I want that donut. I'm going to wait until I feel better, until I'm in a clearer mind. I will have that donut for sure. But today's not the day, because I have a lot of stress going on, and I know that if I put crap in it, I'm going to feel crappier, and I'm probably going to get sick, and that's what happened. So this last 5 days that I've been home, I have been very regimented. I had 2 glasses of wine yesterday, 2 days ago, and what else? I had some little spare things, but I was very specific about what I was eating for these 5 days. I have been drinking water, so I am meant to drink half of my body water which is 3 of these. But oh look, Sam, I got this when I was at the airport when I came to see you. I'm going to start collecting stickers from wherever I go. First one. 3 of these, but when I drink coffee, which is most days, I add in another one. Whenever you have a caffeinated beverage or an alcoholic beverage, you need to add in like at least another couple of glasses of water. So I've been doing that, working out every day, and guess what? First, let me just say, again, the scale is not always a good indicator. I need to do my measurements and get back to you, but I do weigh myself every day just to like see what's happening in there. I'm at my lowest weight today, ever. Hey! And I've lost like 8 pounds since I've been home, and that, first of all, know that I am a flight attendant, so 50% of that is going to be water weight, because that is just what happens when you fly. You retain water, which is why they tell you to continue to drink water. So we'll say more like 4 pounds, which is like kind of more like a normal situation. 4 pounds in a week is way more normal than 8 pounds. But anyway, I am at my lowest weight to date. I am 131.8 pounds. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. I haven't been close to 130 pounds since I think I was in high school. And I'm very proud of myself. And let me just reiterate, I'm not starving myself by any means, okay? I am not like not eating. In the morning, I have eggs and bacon, 3 pieces of bacon, mind you. And I slather, I usually have it with a half of an avocado. Amazing. And some hot sauce. Slather with hot sauce. I have a cup of coffee. Usually have 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes I add some almond milk in it. I've been making those like really tasty lattes. If you want to know the recipes for those, go to my Instagram, because they're really good and only like under like 50 calories, 0 sugar. So good. But these are things I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like instead of like having a really fat peppermint mocha, I'm making my own at home, and it's like 50 calories. You know what I mean? And then for lunch I have my shake, and I put a ton of crap in it. When I'm home, I put fresh spinach in it. When I'm away, I put those power greens in it because it's just easier. I put like 2 tablespoons, like 2 full tablespoons of a nut butter, usually almond or sun butter. I either put in a couple of tablespoons of heavy cream, or I put in MCT oil. I do 8 ounces of almond milk or coconut milk, and is that all I put in there? I think so. And then I blend that sucker up, down that for lunch, and then for dinner, I am pretty clean for dinner. For dinner, it's usually just like a protein and a ton of veggies, and I cook it in high-fat oil with, again, guys, my diet is high-fat, low-carb, so that's what's going on. And sometimes I add cheese to it, sometimes I don't. Hot sauce always. I've been adding hemp hearts to it, which is like a really high-fat, adequate protein, low-carb situation, and so that's really balancing me out. You guys, I've been doing that just for 5 days. Lowest weight, right here. And so what I will say is that when I went on that crazy, first of all, I was traveling everywhere and eating weird things and all that, but at the same time, I was working out the whole time I was there. The whole time I was away for those 2 months where I gained some of my weight back, I was working out. So that just goes to show you that it's your diet that's going to be at least 80% of your weight loss, if not more. Do I feel stronger? Oh my God, yeah. And actually, the scale that I have, I think I mentioned it to you guys. It's in the Facebook page. Oh, but some of you aren't on Facebook. I will tag it in our group. It's called Fit Index. I got it on Amazon. It's not that expensive, and it shows you your weight, your BMI, your body fat content, your skeletal muscle content, your water weight, all these things. And then it also tells you like your metabolic age. This is the first time on my actual real age. I am now healthy enough to say that I'm actually 35, guys. Happy birthday to me. As of today. Okay, let's get off the subject of my weight loss. I just wanted to share, and I encourage you guys to share your, your victories too. Like share them on Instagram or on Facebook or on our app. That's what we're here for, to like celebrate each other. And I am like really happy that I'm finally like super healthy and I feel really good, and I'm like doing all these good things for myself. And I want to thank you guys because you've helped keep me accountable. Like there's nothing better than to hold you accountable than running a group. So if any of you ever wanted to become a coach, or even just a discount coach, just to get the discount for the Shakeology, which is how I started, I gotta tell you, like the best part of coaching is that it keeps me in check. I gotta kind of like lead by example, and it's what keeps me here. And so like thank you. You guys are like part of this journey, honestly. Moving on to the book, I'm running late today. I'm tired. I stayed up all night cleaning my room. I get into this mode where I'm like super anal about stuff, and I can't stop, won't stop until it's done. I'm feeling a lot of energy from all of these crystals. Like I'm feeling really cluttered right now, which is insane. I know some people don't believe in that, but I definitely do. Okay, so you should have read, well, we're still reading. This is Friday, so, so I have an alarm on my phone, and if I use this screen recording, oh my god, how do I get back? Sorry. Okay. If I use this screen recording, not this one, you'll see that it's an alarm. I started doing this 2 days ago, and so I would write out my day in my planner about like what I'm going to do, and I would set these alarms for myself that would ask blue questions. So I'll do this exercise with you right now. Let's skip the book this week because I don't have enough time to talk about it. I've been talking for 13 minutes already about my journey. Let's do an exercise though that's going to really help you. So I had a team call with my team a couple days ago, and we had a personal development dude come on, and he talked us through a couple of things. And one of the things, do I have my journal? Yes. Okay, because I wrote down a lot of notes. Guys, we're running on the fly here. This is super unscripted. This is the unscripted version of this. Okay. Team call, cool. So, a lot of it was about limiting beliefs, and some of it was about being a coach and all that, but a lot of it was like just in everyday life, like how our limiting beliefs are keeping us where we're at. And a couple of things that struck me were that your thoughts are always the reason. It's not them, it's you. Change your thinking and you'll change your life. So you have to believe in something before it happens. Oh my god, that's part of the book. That was one of the chapters. So I don't know if you've gotten through to where we're supposed to be going to, but lead with your crotch. No, that's not the one, is it? No, I think it was mine. Your brain is your bitch. That's the one. So your brain is your bitch is a chapter solely around basically you have to visualize something before it happens. And it's such a crazy, weird thing, but The moment that you have the audacity to start believing in the not seen, your reality will begin to shift. The following is hugely important, so please pay very close attention. You have to change your thinking first, and then the evidence appears. Our big mistake is that we do it the other way around. We demand to see the evidence before we believe it to be true, and that just will not happen. How many times has that worked for you? That you're like, I'll believe it when I see it. And the reason why our mind does that is because we never see it, because we don't ever believe it. So you guys have to start thinking about the things that you want in life, the things that that your biggest dreams, you know. Like if I had a genie that would come into this room right now and ask you, okay, what do you want in life? No limitations. I will give you anything. And you have to use the genie's rules too. Like you can't bring someone back from the dead, like all those things. But without any other of those limitations, nothing. Like you're perfect you. Like whatever that looks like. Write that down today. Visualize that. Close your eyes when you think about it. Like get really specific. Like what kind of car do you drive? Who are the people around you? What do you look like? What do you talk like? How do you hold yourself? Are you married? Do you have kids? Are you single and traveling the world? Like what are those things? Like if you could be the very best version of you, write that story. Like what does that look like? So once you've written that down, you got to pick 10 of those things, 10 categories of those things, and write it down every day. I know I talked about this at the beginning a little bit, but this guy right here is a game changer because this sets me up for my day every single day. The very first thing that I do when I wake up is I pee. The very second thing that I do when I wake up is I weigh myself. And the very third thing that I do when I wake up is I drink a glass of water. And the next thing I do is I grab a cup of coffee. And then after that, it's on. I meditate for 5 minutes. There's a guided meditation app that I have. It is called, what the heck is it called? I will send it to you because I am losing it right now. I can't think of what it's called. But I have been doing the gratitude one every morning. So there's tons of different ones that you can do, a guided meditation. And they're about 5 minutes long. And you just kind of listen and you feel your breath and all that. And then after that, I meditate on my own for another untimed 2-ish minutes. I just sit there and focus on my breath. And then I talked about this in our last episode. And then I write stuff down. I immediately write down something that's just been on my mind, and I just write about it because that's when my mind is my most clear. It's right at the top of the day. I haven't talked to anyone. I haven't looked on Instagram. I haven't thought about any of the things that I'm got to do today. That's when I'm the most clear. And so part of that is waking up a little bit early. So this is a tough one for everyone because we all need our sleep, but that goes hand in hand with going to bed at a decent hour, and just so that you can have this time for yourself, because this is gonna make or break your life here. The morning is the most important part of your day to set you up, because if you just wake up and you get on Instagram and you're scrolling through, or you get up and right before you have to go to work and you just slap some clothes on and run into work, your day is garbage because you've set yourself up for garbage. You know what I mean? Especially if you're working in a place that you don't like. I mean, I remember that. I worked in some of the toughest restaurants in New York City, and I would drown my sorrows in a bottle of wine every night. It was not a good look. I love my job now, and I love both of my jobs, but there are days when I have 4 a.m. pickups. I don't want to frickin' do that. And I'll be honest with you, when I have a 4 a.m. pickup, probably not going to do this, but I will make time for myself that day later to do it, because it's important to me to set myself up and feel good. And even if I am not doing it right away, I'll do it in the van when I'm in the pickup. I will close my eyes and I will try to meditate on my own and clear my thoughts, because otherwise, listen, this world, all this stuff is coming at you at like full force at all times, and you have got to set yourself up for it, because if you don't, you're gonna succumb to it. It's gonna be all of these things coming at you, and you're gonna be like, yeah, life is shit. Don't do that to yourself. So after I meditate and I write some stuff down, the very, very, very next thing I do, and I do this every single day, I never skip a day, even if I don't get to it in the morning, I do it at night. I write down 5 things I'm grateful for. And if I do it in the morning, it sets me up for my day, and that's the time I usually do it, especially after that gratitude meditation. I feel like really connected to my gratitude, and when you feel really connected to your gratitude, that is where your true happiness comes from. This is probably the hardest realization for me, and probably most people. But for me, I have always felt like I needed to be in love to be happy. I've felt like I've needed a person there to make me happy, and that is just not true. And I'm still learning that. That is a lesson I am still learning. But every day that I work on it, it gets better. And that's the part that I want you to take away from this, is that this shit ain't easy, and it doesn't come naturally, because our brains are not wired to be positive and to think of envisioning things before we have them, or find happiness within. Our brains are wired still from, this is just science, our brains are wired still from like times when we were like hunters and gatherers, and we had to survive. Our brains are still in survival mode. So our brains are still constantly always, your brain is wired to just automatically look for the worst case scenario, always. And it always will until you change it. And the reason why is because it's trying to survive. It's trying to keep us safe. So like, it's preparing for the worst at all times. But what that's doing for you is keeping you there. It's keeping you seeing that only. So I don't know if I've done the red and blue exercise, or if you've done that with Tony Robbins before, but this guy did it with us on our call, and I've done it with Tony Robbins before too. So I'm gonna do this exercise with you really quickly. Okay, so just for the next few minutes, I want you to look for red in the room. Look for red, 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 for red. How many red things can you see in a room? How many red things? Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. Okay, how many blue things did you see? You have no idea. And maybe you did see some, but you didn't really register it because you were looking for red. Now we'll go look for all the blue things. Blue, 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 blue. I mean, I don't know about you, but I found way more blue things than I found red things. But I didn't see any of them because I was looking for red. And you always will, and that is how your brain is set up. Your brain is automatically looking for red at all times. And it's always asking a question like, why am I so fat? Why can't I get my shit together? Why can't I drink enough water? Why am I always eating a donut? Why am I so lazy? Why am I doing this and this and this and this? Your brain is constantly asking those questions. It's literally doing that at all times. You just need to change the question. Your questions are red questions, and you need to change your questions to blue questions. And until you do that, you will always be stuck in that path, and you will only be seeing red, negative things, the crap that you don't want in life, and that is what life is going to be giving to you, until you change your questions to blue. And then you will see blue. Blue will come to you naturally. Think about it this way. I don't know who told me this, if it was this guy or it was somewhere else but think about it this way. If you were God, I don't know if you guys believe in God, or a higher power, or the universe, or whatever it is. But if you were God and you had created two beings, or let's just say you're a mother and you have two kids. You have two kids, and one of them is like complaining about everything. I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. I'm crap. This sucks. Everything's the worst. And asking all these negative questions. Mom, why can't I have this? Why can't I have that? Why can't I have this? Why can't I have a cookie? Why can't I play with my friend, at midnight? Why can't I stay up and watch this shitty TV show? And then you had another kid that was like in love with life. That was like, oh my God, everything is great. Like, thank you so much, Mom, for everything. Like, you gave me life. You gave me this. You gave me this nutritious plate of food, and it's gonna fuel my body. And you're amazing. Like, wouldn't you rather, as a mother, give everything to that kid? Because that kid is so grateful for you and everything that you've given it, and it's asking all the right questions and for the right things, and believing in its own happiness and its own gratitude and living that life. Wouldn't you rather? And that's what's happening. The universe and God are not going to be giving you anything until you start asking the right questions, until you start believing in you are fine the way you are. You are a fucking miracle the way you are right now. You are a goddamn breathing miracle. Like, your heart, feel your heart right now in your chest. It's beating like thousands of beats a minute without you even asking it to. It's just doing that for you. Like, you're a freaking miracle the way that you are. Have some gratitude for that you're like breathing and living today. If you've had food today, if you're gonna have food today, if you have $1 in your pocket today, if you have clean water, you are better off than most of the world is. And that is an incredible thing to be grateful for. So take a minute and write down 5 things that you're grateful for today. It could be anything. What did I write down today? My health is all in the green. So that scale that I have, it goes from like red to green depending on what like category it is, like your body fat content and everything. And they're all in the green today. So I'm healthy. I'm a healthy person today. So I'm grateful for that. And then after that, write down your 10 dreams. So whatever you envisioned that genie giving you, whatever it is, the top 10 things, and make them be something you're afraid of. Make them be something insane. Like, I have $1 million in my bank account is one of mine. That's insane. If I had a genie right next to me, I'd make it 10 million, honestly. So write those things down, 10 of them, and then you're going to pick one of them to start today. So my one is I am debt-free, because wouldn't that be great if I was debt-free? So that's the dream that I'm starting on today, because again, like I said, if everything's important, then nothing is important. You can't work on everything, because you cannot give your full attention to all of the things. You have to give your full attention to one of the things, and then it's a ripple effect, and they all start working for you. So that's what I'm working on today. I think that's all we have time for. I just wanted to, so those little alarms that I have on my phone, those are blue questions. So when I map out my day, every time I kind of time myself for certain things I have to do. Like, I'll give myself maybe like 30 minutes to read this, and I'll be like, okay, so at 11 o'clock, I'm going to read this for 30 minutes. and I'll put a timer on my phone, and every time I change over to the next thing that's on my list, one of my alarms will go off, and it will be asking me a blue question that has to do with the next thing. So I think the alarm that just went off was the one that I have for working out, because that's next. And the question was, why, oh my god, what is the question? Let's read it. I can't remember. It was, why is it so easy? Let's find out. Where is it? Oh, why is it so easy to push my body a little harder every day? And so you don't have to have these same kinds of questions. Like, I have one in here that's, go back to Zoom. I have, like, they're all different. They're all different. Like, my alarm that wakes me up is, you know, why is it so easy to see all the things I'm grateful for? And, you know, that makes me feel like really happy, like that I'm good, just here, just me, you know? And you are too, guys. So, like, that's such a hard real, that's the hardest, I think for me, that's the hardest one, is to not feel like I need all of these things to be good, you know? But it's just not true. And you gotta work hard to see that. And the best way to do that is through meditation and gratitude. So I challenge you to do that today, guys. We're gonna get this workout in. So thanks for joining, for everyone who joined. I don't know which one of these videos I'm gonna use, but hopefully it looks like I'm talking to you. Anyway, I feel like that was a good talk, guys. I hope you take something from it. If you take away any of it, love yourself. Really, truly love yourself. Work on that journey. Go towards that, because that is the root of everything, and that is where your true transformation will happen. When you finally find the love for yourself and you're kind to yourself. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you in the workout next. Okay, let's see if I can turn any of this off.